the wonderful, amazing K-Ross. Big round of applause, everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm Kay Ross. I'm a marketing consultant, and that means that I vehemently believe that everything you say and do on Twitter affects your reputation, your credibility, your follow-worthiness, and your success in business. So now, as Jay said, yes, some people have very definite opinions, one way or the other, about how you should use Twitter. And I followed lots of blogs and read lots of blog articles, like very heated arguments, one way or the other, about how you should use Twitter. However, it does seem to me that there are some behaviours that are more likely than others to get you the result that you want on Twitter, whether that's a new follower, or a retweet, or even a sale. And there are some behaviours that are more likely than others to piss people off. So what I want to do here today is just give you some tips and share some ideas about what works and what doesn't, what to do and what not to do on Twitter. You're free to use Twitter however you want. You don't have to use it the same way that I do. But as I said, there are some things that are more likely to be successful than others, so that's what I want to share with you today. So starting off with some don'ts, and I will follow on later with some do's as well. Probably the main thing is don't use Twitter as just a one-way broadcast channel. That's not what it's for. And don't just tweet about yourself and other people. Do participate in conversations, engage with people, show some personality, don't be just a faceless corporate account. Be generous and share useful information and be humble. Does anyone here protect their tweets? Good. Please don't do that. It's really annoying. It seems to me that's totally contrary to the whole point of social media, to protect your tweets, to put that lock on your tweets. Because for me personally, I need to see your tweets before I can decide whether or not to follow you. And if you protect your tweets, I can't do that. Does anyone here use the True Tweet validation service?
I do.
Please don't do that. That's really, really annoying because it makes people...
What you're annoyed by is by the DM response. Pay for the version that doesn't spam people back.
Oh, okay, thank you. Jay says pay for the version that doesn't spam people back. What I find really annoying about the True Tweet validation service is that it's as if the person is saying, I don't trust you.
I don't.
Yeah, but that hurts. Ouch. Don't create a Twitter account and then post no tweets at all. What's the point of creating a Twitter account if you're not going to post any tweets? And yet, it bemuses me to see people who haven't tweeted anything at all and they've got 17,000 followers. That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. Don't make all your tweets automated messages. Now, I know there's a place for automation, but please don't make your whole Twitter feed automated. And don't make it just broadcasts of links to other people's articles. Please tweet some of your own original content as well. And engage in conversation. Retweet other people's tweets. Now, when someone follows you on Twitter, please don't send them an automated direct message, DM, that's what that means, a direct message. Don't send an automated, impersonal direct message that says, thanks for the follow, visit me at my website, and then with a link to your website. That's really, really annoying, in my opinion. If I follow someone, and then I immediately, within a millisecond, get a direct message back like this, I unfollow them. It really pisses me off, because it's impersonal. It doesn't say, hi Kay, it's just an automated thing that happens automatically. And even before they've established a relationship with me, they're driving me to their website. So it's a really pushy, hard sell message. I really don't like that. Don't tweet all in capital letters. What does that mean? Does anyone know? When you tweet all in capital letters?
Yeah.
It means you're angry, you're shouting. Yeah.
Only when you're in a argument, right?
Only when you're in a argument, says Jay, yes. Yeah. Oh, here's one that I often see. I get tweets that someone posts, and it's obviously an automated message, that reports about how many new followers and mentions and retweets they've received in the past week. Has any of you seen messages like tweets like that? It's an automated message that reports on how many new followers and retweets and mentions you've had in the past week. Please don't do that, because nobody cares. Really, honestly, nobody cares how many retweets and mentions and new followers you received in the past week. Really, nobody cares. I've seen a lot of people who tweet or retweet every positive comment about them that's been tweeted by other people. Please don't do that. It just comes across as icky if you retweet every single positive message that everybody's ever tweeted about you. And here's another thing that some people do that's very strange. They post a tweet, somebody else retweets it, and then the original person retweets the retweet of their original message. That's very strange. Please don't do that. Here's something that a lot of people do, and I'm sure you've seen Twitter accounts like this, that are full of nothing but inspirational quotes by other people. Yes? Have you all seen those? Yeah, I mean, inspirational quotes are lovely, but please don't make your whole Twitter stream inspirational quotes by other people. If I wanted inspirational quotes, I know where you're going to get them online. I want to hear about your life and your opinions and your experiences. A lot of people also on Twitter, when I look through their tweet stream, I see that mostly what they do, 99% of what they do, is posting endless public tweets, messages to people that I don't know or follow. And they look something like this. So these are tweets that someone sends not just once, but multiple times, over and over again, to different people. So their tweet stream is just a constant repetition of the same message. Thanks for the follow, looking forward to sharing more ideas. Thanks for the mention, that's so awesome, really appreciate it. 3 exclamation marks. Glad to meet you, appreciate the follow, you are awesome, this is why, with a very dodgy looking link. Hey, thanks for the RT. Now, by themselves, those messages might be okay, but don't repeat them over and over again multiple times to lots of different people. That comes across as really spammy. Some examples of what not to say in your tweets. These are actual true examples that I've seen in Twitter accounts of people who followed me and I chose not to follow them back. Hey, do me a favour and like our Facebook page. Okay, time to get some food. Tweet with yous in a little bit. I'm fabulous. Follow me on LinkedIn. Now, honestly, every single tweet was a variation on that from that guy. Follow me now. You know you can't resist. Well, actually, I can. And then also, what annoys me is really the mind-numbingly obvious tips. Planning is the key to great marketing. No shit. I just, those, mind-numbing, I'm sure you've all seen them, you've seen them. The really mind-numbingly obvious advice, I don't get it. And here's an example of one guy who followed me, and again, I didn't follow him back, and because I went to his profile page, and what I saw was 3 consecutive tweets from the same person, all variations on the same message. Learn the secret to success of Richard Branson here, with a link with Richard Branson's name in it. Learn the secret to success of Mark Zuckerberg here. Mark Zuckerberg's name in the link. Learn the secret to success of Bill Gates, with Bill Gates' name in the link. That, again, comes across as really spammy, so I didn't follow that person back. I would suggest you please don't tweet the exact same tweet and link too often. Sure, you want to reach people in different time zones, so you might tweet the same message maybe 2 or 3 times in the same day, but you could vary the tweet, vary the wording of the tweet. Don't use too much in your tweets. I love the creativity of writing a well-written grammatical tweet in 140 characters. I love the creativity and the discipline of that. It is possible to write an effective message in 140 characters without using text speak all the time. Now, a few abbreviations are fine, I think, but not all the time. Now, this one might be a bit controversial. I know there's heated debate about this on Twitter. Some people put a message at the end of their tweet, or even at the beginning, saying, please RT. They're asking their followers to retweet the tweet. And some people say, oh yes, you should absolutely do that, because statistics show that you get more retweets if you do that. I'm of the opposite camp. I don't like that idea, because my opinion is, if I think your tweet is useful, interesting, relevant, funny, wise, if it's useful, I will retweet it to my followers. If I think it's going to be useful to my followers, I will retweet it. Whether you ask me to or not, I will retweet it. So I don't think you need to say, please RT. But again, it's up to you. You use Twitter the way you want. But personally for me, I don't quite see the point. But we can have a argument about that if you want. Don't constantly post lots of pushy ads for your business. That's not kosher on Twitter. Things like this. And not just once, but these people constantly, repetitively use the same tweets to push their business, like these. Can everybody see those? I'm not going to read them out loud for you, yeah? Okay. So the general etiquette on Twitter seems to be, from my observation in the past 4 years, seems to be, and again this isn't a rule, but just general etiquette seems to be that no more than 1 or at most 2 tweets in 10 should be blatant ads for your business. Yeah? Not 10 out of 10 tweets should be ads for your business, okay? Oh, one thing as well that I think is very strange is when people post a tweet, like a question or a statement, and then they say something like, then read this, or see more here, or check out here, or anything at the end of it with the link to the blog post or the website or whatever. To me, it seems totally unnecessary to say, then read this or check out this, because to me, the link, by definition, means go here to find more information, yeah? So that extra phrase there, then read this, is a waste of valuable characters. You could be using those characters to say something more interesting and useful. Oh, arguments. Don't get involved in Twitter arguments, which is an online debate discussion that escalates into an argument. A public, so everybody else can see it. It's a public online argument. It makes you look bad. Even if you're right, even if you're in the right, getting involved in a argument makes you look bad. So just don't do it. Walk away. That's what I've learned. Again, this might seem controversial, but I think, and a lot of people agree, I think, that it's not a good idea to cross-post the exact same message, to automate your system, to cross-post the exact same message on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. They're different animals, with different conventions and different etiquette. A Facebook message is usually too long for Twitter, so it gets cut off halfway through with a ... at the end. And there are some things you do on Twitter that you don't do on Facebook, and similarly with LinkedIn. They're different animals, so you need to tailor the message for each one. Now, maybe, yes, that takes more time. You have to do it manually, maybe. But you have to fit the message to the medium. So here's an example of one that I saw that was very unfortunately cut off with a ... at the end. It was a message that somebody had obviously posted to Facebook, and then it was automatically posted on Twitter as well. Difficult communications on the home front might lead to a wee... Now what the original post said was a week of something or other, but the ... at the end there is rather unfortunate. And that's what happens when you automatically post a message to Twitter from somewhere else that wasn't designed for Twitter. So don't do that. Okay. Again, just my opinion, but unless you're a renowned food critic or chef, please don't tweet about what you just ate for lunch. Would anyone agree with me on that one? I see some nodding heads. Thank you. Yes. Don't use multiple hashtags all in one tweet. You can put a hashtag or two, maybe two, at the end of the tweet, but if you make every word in a tweet a hashtag, it's very hard to read. Here's a tweet, an ironic tweet from some of you may know Kay Bayliss of the Asian Digital Marketing Association here in Hong Kong. She posted a tweet saying, with all these hashtags, is it necessary to hashtag every word in your tweet every time you post? So don't do that. Don't put multiple hashtags within a tweet. It makes it very hard to read. Somebody talked about spamming hashtags. Don't hijack a hashtag and use it for your own self-serving purposes. That's really not cool on Twitter at all. Don't assume that everyone on Twitter lives in your time zone. Now, I often see tweets from people in the USA saying, oh, it's the middle of the night, is anyone still awake? Well, yes, it's the middle of the day here in Hong Kong. And I saw an interesting tweet from someone yesterday who posted a message saying, always amazed when a person on Twitter asks you to retweet, visit their site, and they're not even following you. That's really rude. Yeah? I see someone nodding over there. She says, that ain't charming. Yeah, I agree. So if you're wanting someone to do a favour for you, at least have the courtesy to follow them on Twitter. So, talking more about the positive side, what to do on Twitter. How am I going for time, Jay?
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, okay. A couple of things to do. Be human, show some personality, engage in conversation, be helpful, be generous, share and recommend other people's content. It's not all about you. It's about being helpful and generous. For a corporate account, I really like to see who's the person or the people behind the account and the website. I really don't like faceless accounts with a faceless avatar of the corporate logo. And the whole tweet stream gives you no sense of the personality or of the people behind the account. One thing I feel very strongly about, and again, there's differing opinions about this on Twitter, but I personally think it's really important to credit the source or the author when you post a tweet, when you retweet somebody or when you tweet about somebody else's blog post. A lot of people copy Seth Godin's. Anyone here follow Seth Godin? This is Seth's blog. He blogs every day. He posts a tweet with the title of his blog post and a link. And then what I notice is almost instantaneously, 100 other people copy the title of his blog post with their own link, their own shortened link, but there's nothing that credits Seth Godin as the author. I think that's really rude. And it's not difficult to add the person's Twitter handle. Be careful when you start a tweet with somebody's hashtag. If you start a tweet with somebody's, and I'm not hashtag, I'm sorry, with their Twitter handle, if I start a tweet saying, @JOatway is inspiring, that means it's a tweet to Jay.
And anybody
not
who's
about,
actually
and anyone who's following both of us at the same time. But it's a tweet to Jay. If I do something else by adding even one character at the beginning of the tweet, in this case a full stop, that makes it a tweet about Jay, not to Jay.
And it makes it public.
and it makes it public so that everyone can see it, not just the people who follow both of us. Does that make sense? If you don't understand, I can explain that and show you some more examples. Or another way to do it is to reword it, rearrange the order of the sentence. So I could say something like, everybody agrees that at J. Oakley is inspiring.
Not everybody.
Yes.
Some argument.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So just remember, if you start a tweet with somebody's @ handle, not everybody's going to see it. Okay? I would suggest always read a blog post or watch the video before you tweet about it. Even if somebody has tweeted it and you think they're a reliable source, please go and read the blog post and watch the video before you tweet about it, because it might be something you don't want to retweet after all. I've got a few more points, but I think that's enough for today. If anyone wants a copy of my notes or a copy of the slides, contact me and I can send it to you. Thank you.
Woo, great.
Oh.
But you stole like.
Okay. Any questions, comments, arguments? Yes, I see a hand over there.
I'd like to ask about direct message. So,
Yes.
for example, if it's really large,
Actually, hang on.
sorry, no, it's more about the direct message. Because you have a general rule of thumb, for example, if you're following a large MNC, obviously the capabilities of doing a personalised message to all of me. Is that bad as well, or what are your thoughts on that?
If you mean neutral from the point of view of the company,
Yeah.
well, personalise the messages. Find someone to do it. And with that, that's just Twitter etiquette, I think. Yeah. If you're a big company, there must be someone in the company who can do it. Yeah. Any other questions? Did I see another hand somewhere? Oh yes, over here.
Hi, you said something about if you're promoting your own company, not to do 10 times. If you're looking at Twitter to be a company, are you saying you should be social as well as that? So you would treat your readers as friends or what have you, and hopefully they buy products and services. Is that correct? Right? Understand that correctly?
Yes. Yes. I mean, Twitter is not about hard sell, pushing sales messages all the time. People really don't like that on Twitter. Twitter is about building relationships. It's a long-term thing. It's also really good for monitoring the conversation, what people are saying about you and your industry. It's also really good for connecting with other people in your industry around the world. It's about asking questions, participating in the conversation, being generous with sharing information, not just your own, but other people's as well. So it's not just about pushy sales messages. That's not kosher on Twitter all the time. Maybe 1 in 10 at most. Yeah. Jay, are you ready?
I've got a question.
Oh, yes, Richard.
What has been your most successful tweet?
The question was, what has been my most successful tweet? Honestly, I don't know.
You should get Kenneth's analytics. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
I need some help from an analytics person. I'm not a numbers person. I don't know. Anybody know? Anyone seen a tweet of mine that you like? I don't know. Yes, wants to say something?
It's not quite a question, but me, I can't help myself. As I was watching you guys listen to Kay, no one's in trouble. Okay, she is amazing at, as you can tell, analysing what's going on in the Twitterverse. No one's in trouble. I think as long as you're trying to tweet people nice, then it's all a work in progress. So for some of you who are a bit scared to think about tweeting because there's a lot that you think you could mess up, right? That fear of failure, just forget about it. Especially in this community, we all are shiny, happy people, aren't we? Yeah. So that's right. 20 seconds of insane courage. I'm going to throw it back to you guys. Just before Jay kicks off with his roundup, see if you can find someone, those that are tweeting today, and just tweet them a nice message. Or someone that's not here today, tweet people nice, just send out a hello. It's kind of like a free hugs for Twitter. Or, there you go, or a retweet. So we'll practice doing something now in action that's positive. But we are really, really lucky to have Kay so on the game for this. So thank you so much, Kay.